Hey there, Brian Wright, founder and CEO of New Patient Group, host, New Patient Group podcast, managing partner of Right Chat, the lifeline of your practice. If I said to you, who is the lifeline of your practice? What can we not live without? What would your answer be? And there's a lot of people that would give the same answer. It's somewhat of a lie that's been told in the healthcare profession. Honestly, with most businesses, if you went to the restaurant industry, if you went to whatever, and you said, what can you not live without? Everyone's going to give pretty much the same answer, and it's a lie. I'm going to debunk it in the September episode of the New Patient Group podcast to kind of get you rethinking your mind and what your actual lifeline of your practice actually is. Who can you not live without? If you never had another one, what would happen to your practice? If you're an office manager out there, clinician out there, even an employee out there, you all kind of talk amongst yourselves and obsess over one thing. And it's not wrong, all right? I'm not going to dive into what that answer is. The podcast is going to talk about it. It's not wrong. It's just the wrong mindset, okay? There are companies out there. Some are big. Some have been around for a long time. They make their living off of convincing doctors that the lifeline of their practice is this one thing. If you don't have a steady stream of them, you're going to be history. I'm going to debunk the whole thing, get that mindset, reset on who the lifeline of your practice actually is, reset which experience from a patient standpoint you really need to focus on more than ever before in this new economy. And it's going to lead us into a little bit of a new series. We've been on a culture kick for a while with the New Patient Group podcast. We're going to kind of dive in slowly but surely into a new series. I haven't defined what episodes and what month, but a couple that we're going to be hitting on as this season 4 of the New Patient Group podcast continues is, what is the worst complaint your practice can ever have? I love getting the answers and the responses to that question. Because it's an important one. What is the worst complaint your practice is ever going to have? It's going to piggyback off of this lie on who your actual lifeline of your practice, of your business actually is. And we're going to dive heavily also into the real story, not in this episode, but it's going to be another podcast. Like I said, we're leading into a series. And welcome into our video production room where we do so much of the New Patient Group University on-demand content, as well as the podcast studio. And that worst complaint you can ever have, and then probably followed by the real story behind your 1-star Google review. I think this is going to be an intriguing few episodes upcoming of the New Patient Group podcast. Look forward to you watching on the podcast. If you're an MPG University member, you'll also get this turned into an on-demand course as well. Looking forward to seeing you there on the podcast. Thanks to all the listeners out there and MPG family members and Right Chat members. We'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.